Howdy, everybody. How's everybody doing? Come on in. I'm Dave Allgood, your gracious host, and along with me, Melissa Fry, chief meteorologist and co-host extraordinaire. We're glad you're here with us. And just sit down, relax, get you a bubbly water, and we got some good stories for you today, and some good ones.
Yes, yeah. We have a couple love stories for you today. One involves a long-distance relationship between Sadie and Rolo. We'll tell you all about that. And their virtual love has gone viral.
Oh, and another one. This comes all the way from Soldotna, a love story. This time involving food. The visitor that loved his salad so much he wouldn't leave a Soldotna home, and that's an Allgood news story, so I'm looking forward to that one. Oh, wait, I already know what it is, but you don't. So
I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't seen any of it, but you've been teasing it for like a week, I feel like.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, so you don't want to miss that. That's coming up a little bit in the Allgood news. But the weather, there was a little dusting on the donut today, a little dusting.
Yeah, a little sugar coating.
Yeah,
let's just think of it that way.
A little bit. And I think when I walked into the Y today, and everybody's like, ugh. They were like, oh,
this is everyone's posture.
Everybody's posture today. Oh, God, come on, Melissa.
Not more winter. I know. April is a tough month for us here in South Central because we go back and forth. Still, that is normal for us this time of year. I like to share what's normal. We have seen some blue sky out there, though, this afternoon. Hopefully you've had it.
Thanks a lot, Melissa. Here are your top 4 headlines at 4. A 34-year-old Mountain Village man has been indicted on murder charges. A Bethel jury charged Darren Peterson with the death of 35-year-old Larry Andrews. Andrews was found with multiple gunshot wounds on March 24th, and Peterson was taken into custody by tribal police. Peterson's bail has been set at $1 million. He'll be arraigned in Bethel coming up next Tuesday. Anchorage Mayor Dave Bronson has a new acting chief of staff. The mayor picked Mario Bird to fill the spot left vacant by the resignation of Adam Trombley, whose last day was yesterday. In 2020, Bird represented a group that sued the Anchorage Assembly for closing its chamber over COVID-19 restrictions, saying it was a violation of the Open Meetings Act. Last fall, the Assembly rejected Bird's nomination to fill the role of municipal attorney. The mayor's office says Trombley resigned to focus on his family and personal matters. In national news, a state report released today in Maryland says more than 150 Catholic priests and others associated with the Archdiocese of Baltimore sexually abused more than 600 children over the past 80 years. The Maryland Attorney General's office says the number of victims is likely far higher. And Anchorage officials are tallying the votes from yesterday's election. The latest round of preliminary results in the Anchorage Assembly race for seat G representing Midtown Anchorage shows Felix Rivera currently leading his challenger based on the most recent numbers. In the race to represent South Anchorage, Girdwood and the Turnagain Arm, Zach Johnson leads the candidates for District 6, Seat K. For Assembly District 1, Seat B to represent North Anchorage, Assembly member incumbent Christopher Constant has a strong lead. And for Assembly District 2, Seat C to represent Chugiak, Eagle River, and J-Bear, Jim Arlington and Scott Myers are the candidates separated by less than 600 votes in favor of Myers right now. And running for Assembly District 3, Seat E to represent West Anchorage right now, less than 300 votes puts Anna Brawley ahead of Brian Flynn. Now, there are 2 open seats for East Anchorage. Karen Bronga is leading for Seat H. And for East Anchorage, Assembly Seat I, George Martinez is leading against Spencer Moore. Now, you can check out the latest results from all the open Assembly seat races along with school board seats and propositions on our website at alaskasnewssource.com. We're expecting the next round of results around 5:30 this evening, so head there until then. How about that? All right, since last Monday, thousands of soldiers, both from the U.S. Army and international forces, have been perfecting their combat skills in the Arctic. Georgina Fernandez tells us why those skills are becoming more important in this week's Inside the Gates. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Now, Melissa, I know we don't have a lottery, but we do have Nenana and their ice thingy that I could possibly win some money.
Yes, it's Alaska's favorite guessing game, the Nenana Ice Classic, and today is the last day to buy tickets. If you want to do that, head over to their website. You can figure out how to get a ticket, but here, I think those will make it later in the week.
All right, thanks a lot, Melissa. And 1917 is when the Nenana thing started. I'm learning this. So. Is true love a pair of star-crossed lovers who just happen to be dogs? The Pooches who have a long-distance romance. That's up next on CBS 5. Hey, folks, welcome on back. Melissa and you guys, too, you ever meet that one person and you just know there's a connection.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Well, these guys met when they were neighbors and formed a strong bond.
But then, sad story, one dog had to move away.
No.
We've been there. Jeannie Moose tells us how they keep in touch.
New York.
That's amazing. I love how when they were in the interview there on the Zoom, Jeannie couldn't get in a word edgewise. They're just howling and barking and whining.
And if you think dogs don't, they're people. They're just wonderful.
They know what's going on.
Little fuzzy people with 4 feet.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
they knew that they had to howl louder because they were a further distance away.
Oh, I'm just gonna cry. All right, sweet story. Combining heavy metal music with humor, what? An Italian band that makes real music with a funny twist. A single picture, just more debris after a devastating tornado. But instead of just picking it up and throwing it away, one Arkansas man decided to find the owner. And as Alejandra Hernandez reports, the owner is glad to have the memory back.
But right there with my shed. Memories gone in an instant. Melissa Morris and her family rode out the tornado in her bathroom. While the damage to her house was massive, it was nothing in comparison when she realized what she lost when she stepped outside.
20 years of being a mom. My children's memories of me raising them.
Yeah, more than memories, right? And it's been another day of active weather across the lower 48. Melissa's in the Weather Center with the areas under high alert tonight. Melissa, are they going to get any relief from all of this tornadoes and really active weather, right?
Yeah, eventually, but today we've already had...
You know, I'm learning a lot of stuff here, and moose are nothing new around here. We currently have a family that wanders around our studios here at Alaska's News Source, and we're still snapping pictures.
Oh, yeah, I just saw them out front, actually.
Yeah.
But what is new is having a wandering moose follow your dog into your house. It happened in Soldotna. Here's today's Allgood News.
This is Jessie, Barb's dog.
Regular morning, I let the dog outside and I never shut the door all the way so that he can come back in himself.
And Jessie did come back in, but he wasn't alone.
I think I stared at it for 3 or 4 seconds before it really dawned on me, yes, he's in the house.
Jessie, he had brought a friend.
The husband thought he was dreaming.
A really, really big friend.
He came walking into the living room. I stood up, took about 2 steps, and realized there was a huge moose in my house that had just followed Jessie in.
Let me repeat that in case you missed it. A moose in my house.
So I'm hollering, there's a moose in the house.
A normal reaction. The moose wanted the green stuff.
He was starting to munch on all of the salad bar plants that I have in this back atrium room.
Fresh veggies in an otherwise snowy Alaska town.
That moose didn't have a care in the world. He was just enjoying his salad bar.
So Barb called the police. They asked if she had a chair to put in the hallway to keep the moose at bay.
Well, yeah, I have 4 kitchen chairs, but none of them are 6 feet tall that he couldn't get over. So I don't know what good that would do. So we didn't put a chair down.
Yeah, that's like throwing a toothpick at a giant or something, right?
Right.
So one officer reaching across the kitchen sink.
And so he just stuck the taser about 1 foot away from the moose just for the noise.
The munching moose, he wasn't tased or phased by the noise.
And then the other officer hollered, and then he got a little bit startled. And
good old yelling. The moose did have a little trouble turning around.
But on his way out, he did manage to get about a 2-foot vine in my plant to take to go.
And as to why the moose came in, Barb says Jessie, he may have been a bit lonely. What'd you tell me when I called you? Jessie just wanted a friend? You wanted Bullwinkle?
Yeah, he wanted to have a sleepover and dinner with his friend Bullwinkle.
So after about 25 minutes, Bullwinkle made it out, but the salad bar was calling his name.
Oh, Lord, he's coming back.
He might kick out that
He
window.
knows, I know. The door's shut, but I hope he don't kick it open. It's about 2 feet from me right now.
The joys of living in Alaska. Did you have a little talk with Jessie? Did you do?
Yes, we did. We told him that he has to ask first before he invites company in.
And that's
No, go away. You cannot come in my door.
the Allgood News.
Oh, my goodness.
Barb was Barb was funny.
Yes, yeah. Just coming in to, have a hang out. And I like the salad bar idea. He did get a huge vine there.
Yeah,
at the end, too.
well, he couldn't turn around. It was really small, so he had a little hard time turning around. But as you imagine, the door will not be left open anymore. And Jesse, he's just going to have to wait for Barb to come let him in now.
Yeah, Barbara says they have a moose family that does come around about twice a week in her neighborhood. And this young bull moose had been looking in her window, those green plants, kind of salivating. I mean, this time of year, there's not a lot of green around. So he found the mother lode and was going for it.
He hadn't seen him today. She told me she had to. All right, here's Nora O'Donnell with what they're covering tonight at 5.
It'll also start to warm back into those mid to upper 30s during the day and only dropping into the mid 20s overnight.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's balmy.
We got that.
Balmy. All right. You've heard of a blue moon, right? Well, tonight you might be able to see a pink one. Well, it actually won't be pink. That's just its nickname, a nod to springtime flower buds.
Also near the moon are Venus and Mars. And later this month, a solar eclipse will be visible to those in Australia, Southeast Asia, and Antarctica. That will be on April 20th. So cool to get the opportunity to see a solar eclipse.
Yeah, and when they see it there in Australia, they go, crikey, crikey, mate.
What is that? Did you see the one that we had a few years back?
I don't know, not here, no. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Down and went from Oregon across Missouri.
Yeah. No, we actually got it in Grand Junction. Yeah. I do remember seeing that, which was really cool. But I didn't stare at it.
You don't want to stare at it. Important not to do that.
It's not. That's
but the
pretty
full
cool,
moon tonight, and it'll stay almost full here through the end of the week. So get a chance to look at it.
Yeah. Well, if the clouds move, right? If the clouds move.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, he fell on the stairs a couple of weeks ago, but now a 76-year-old Vietnam veteran in Kentucky.
Man, I wasn't expecting
he can walk with more confidence.
Yeah, the ocean is so big. What are they fighting over? What are they, the orcas are like, orcas are mean mammals.
They were going for it there, yeah. But those baby tiger cubs.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't get
They
much
rounded
cuter.
out with some cuteness.
Yes,
They did.
Yes,
Good job,
love
Patrick.
that. We are seeing, again, just a